All right, welcome back to the Sports Talk with Puckett and Pontzer here on 88.3 WXOU, live from well, not actually live, it's a Wednesday afternoon edition because of Independence Day on July 4th, so it's usually when we record, but we'll be out celebrating this great country of ours, so we cannot record our show, and the Oakland Center is closed. That's the number one reason. So we're going to get into a recent article that was on ESPN, and they listed 5 of the most intriguing NFL teams for 2013, being the Philadelphia Eagles, the Washington Redskins, the New Orleans Saints, Denver Broncos, and the Detroit Lions. And so they wrote a nice little piece here about the Lions by Seth Wickersham. He's a senior writer for ESPN. And he brought up a couple points, but ultimately he thinks that, the headline reads that win or lose, the Lions will entertain. And he thinks that the Lions are gearing up to be a very prolific offense. Once again, they've done this the past couple years. Stafford, 5,000-yard passer. You have Calvin Johnson, if one of the best, if not the best, receiver in the game. You bring in a guy like Reggie Bush. You have some other weapons out there. But he brings up a couple, points of concern as well. One being Stafford's, health and mechanics. The fact that they lost 3 starters from the offensive line from last season. And just ultimately whether or not they will be, and this is the question that most people are asking here in this town, whether or not they're going to be a team like 2011 that went 10-6 and made everyone a Lions fan again and, brought hope back to the Honolulu Blue, or they're going to be the team that lost 8 games in a row last season and ultimately just failed to really do anything successfully for the 2012 year. So, Puckett, going forward here this season, it's still, there's like 65 days till the opening of or week 1. It's like 60-something days. Mini camps start at the end of this month, really. So, football's right around the corner. I'm certainly ready for it to start. Tired of baseball. And just what do you expect, first of all, from this upcoming season, from the Detroit football Lions?
I would just repeat what Reggie Bush said when he got here. And he said, there's no excuse for us to not be the number 1 offense in the NFL.
Okay.
And I completely agree. I don't think there's any excuse. You have Matt Stafford, which, in my opinion, is not right now, but could be a top 5 elite quarterback in this league. And you have the best, hands down, receiver in Calvin Johnson. And you have a guy who is by no means the best running back in the league, or even close to that, but who fits your system extremely well in Reggie Bush. So, in my opinion, the weakest part of their offense is probably the offensive line, but that still does not detract from their ability and my expectation of having, if not the best, one of the top 3 offenses in the entire league.
Yeah, and that's all well and good. They had that. They had an offense that could move the ball last year. Just they struggled in the red zone, and they had a defense that wasn't exactly a couple. And I would agree. I think their offense should once again put up a lot of points, put up a lot of numbers. In my opinion, I think that what that all hinges on is the guy under center. Well, he's not really under center. He's in the shotgun most of the time. And Stafford, if he can have more of a 2011 year where he was, on fire and slinging the ball around, they can be successfly. But if he, can't hit some guys and poor throws like he had a lot last year, a lot of picks, then you're going to struggle. I would agree that Reggie Bush is a huge addition to this team. I read somewhere that last season they had only 4 instances in the entire season where they had a run for more than 20 yards.
Right. And that was tied for worse than the NFL with the San Diego Chargers.
And that's, remember a week or two ago on our show, we were talking about how, getting assists in a basketball game, and not that a 20-yard run is easy to get in football, but you kind of like stumble into like a few of those a season. Just like a lapse on defense, a guy falls down, a pitch play, like something. And, if you have a guy that can hit a hole, and, he doesn't have to be the fastest guy, but if you break a tackle and you're going to get a 20-yard run, I mean, you see that a lot.
Right. I mean, the Lions faced this in the Seth Wickersham article that we talked about. The Lions faced 6 or fewer inside the box defenders, which is a football term. A league high 855 times last season.
Well, that's because Stafford threw for a league record like 730 something attempts.
Well, it's
727 attempts.
The teams don't do that because the Lions throw a lot. They do it because the Lions can't run.
Right, can't run. Well, they're like daring them to run.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is they don't do it because they throw. They do it because they can't run.
Well, and I mean, part of that is because they focus more on throwing. I mean,
but they focus more on running because focus more on passing because they can't run.
Yeah, but their offense, I mean, is set up that way as well. I mean, they're not a ground.
But the reason it's set up that way is because they can't run.
Okay, I mean,
they haven't been able.
I don't know if there's like a definite we can't run, so we pass.
I mean, they haven't been able to run in my lifetime. I mean, since Barry Sanders left, they can't run.
I'm just saying. I think that they don't design. I mean, when you draft a quarterback number 1 overall, a Stafford with a big arm, when you have Calvin Johnson, you bring in guys like Burleson, you draft tight ends in the first round. You're setting up your offense to be more of a through the air, and that's why. I mean, when Stafford's putting up those huge numbers, it's because he's throwing all the time. And I mean, he threw 727 times last year.
But I have no problem with them throwing, and I hope they throw. I hope they throw almost every play. But the difference is that now you have Reggie Bush to throw to, and also to provide somewhat of a running threat. So the difference between 10-6 and 4-12 is Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford in 2011 threw for 41 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. In 2012, he threw for 20 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. So the turnovers weren't exactly the issue because they were basically the same. The difference is the touchdowns. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think Stafford this year probably has between 30 and 37 touchdowns. Yeah. Somewhere in the middle. I think that 20 and 17 is probably going to be one of the worst years Stafford has in his career.
I mean, you would hope so.
And that 41 and 16 is probably going to be one of the best, if not the best.
That was a terrific year. I mean, that's hard to
So I do think it's somewhere in the middle, and that would mean that the win total is probably somewhere in the middle. But when you improve your defense, which they definitely have in the offseason, especially with the signing of Glover Quinn, the return of Louis Delmas, the drafting of Ezekiel Ansah, and the drafting of Darius Slay, who's, I think, going to be a solid corner. I mean, he hasn't worn pads yet, but, from everything we've heard...
Gunther Cunningham's a big fan of his.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I think the Lions go how Stafford goes. And if he has a bad year, they're going to have a bad year. If he has a really good year, they're going to have a really good year. And they're inherently linked, purely based off of Stafford's touchdown-to-interception ratio. And that's the bottom line. I mean, it's not like baseball where there's, sabermetrics and blah, blah. If you have significantly more touchdowns than interceptions, you're going to be pretty good, at least at the quarterback position, and in the Lions' case, as a team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think numbers are, we're not going to get into it today, but there's, we were talking off air about, Scherzer in baseball with his wins and losses and how he doesn't put as much into that as, his sabermetrics and, whip and ERA. And with football, it's almost kind of the opposite in that, Stafford can throw for 10,000 yards, but if he doesn't get 10 wins, it's all a wash. The 5,000 yards and stuff is a product of A, their offense, and B, the fact that they didn't really have a defense. When they were winning games, it was 30-20. It wasn't 10-7. And, so he would have to throw. He'd have to come back. Last season, some of those interceptions are because they'd be down late. He'd be forcing throws. Now, he would force throws in the middle of games, too, and you'd be like, really? Come on, man. You didn't do that last year. But I think some of those interceptions and lack of touchdowns are because he would force throws at the end.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not. And I mean, he only had one more interception last year than he did the year before.
But he had 21 less touchdowns,
Right.
and they struggled in the red zone. He just you'd watch him last year, and I mean, there was countless times where he'd miss guys and underthrow, and it was just not Stafford. And he had the problem with the finger, and he had the problem with whatever else, and I think a big thing that happened to him last year was Burleson went down. I think Burleson was great in the slot, takes some pressure off of a guy in Calvin Johnson. He was having to throw to his old college roommate. Was like his number 2 option late in the year.
Right, Chris
So they definitely had some injuries. With Titus Young quitting and Burleson, and Pettigrew was a bit banged up. But Stafford is a guy who, he's absolutely right. If he does well, they're going to do well, and I think there's a definite connection there. And I'm hoping that he can replicate more of that 2011. But at the same time, if he has 10 less touchdowns and 800 less yards and a couple less picks, but a couple more wins, you're definitely going to take that. And I think if you have a better defense, that might be part of the plan, as opposed to maybe the defense hands him the ball at the 50 as opposed to him having to take it from a touchback. And if they can force some turnovers, which is a big thing in as a Steelers fan as well. In 2011, the Lions, they were very opportunistic, forced a lot of turnovers. In 2012, that was not the same way. And I think that's a big, I think of all the stats in football, I'm a firm believer in time of possession and turnover differential. Those two numbers can sway entire games. You can kind of putz around but hold on to the ball for 35, 40 minutes and win a football game. And you can not hold on to the football for a while, but be opportunistic and force a fumble deep in your opponent's territory or get a pick 6 or something. And those are huge plays. So ultimately, Stafford is a guy who, there's a reason he is, he's the quarterback, and this is a quarterback-driven league. But, if he even has 1,000 less yards and 10 less touchdowns, but they have a winning record, I think fans are going to be definitely okay with that. He doesn't have to throw. I don't think he has to throw for 5,000 yards for them to be successful. I just think he needs to be smarter with the football.
Do you think he has to throw for 4,500 yards?
I mean, I think he's inevitably going to be around there because of his style and because of the Lions' style of play. But what I'm saying is he doesn't have to, there's not a plateau that he needs to cross and magically they're going to do well. I just think he needs to do well in the red zone to get into the end zone, and then he just needs to be a bit smarter with the football. And if he can do that, coupled with this better defense, and bringing in a guy like Reggie Bush, the team I think could be a lot better than they were last year.
Right, but like both of us have said, they go with Stafford, and if he does well, they're going to do well. And, I mean, in Stafford's defense last year, they did have a lot more rushing touchdowns than the year before because Mikel LeSure wasn't hurt. So he was able to run it in from the doorstep. And we saw Calvin Johnson get tackled inside the 5-yard line 7
Calvin
times
didn't have
or
a
something.
touchdown for 8
Right. Calvin only had 5 touchdowns last year, but he was tackled inside the 5-yard line 7 times or something, which provides more touchdowns for a guy like LeSure.
And the numbers, like I said, the numbers are, at the end of the day, you care about is the wins and losses. And if Stafford threw for 3,900 yards and 12 touchdowns, it just had some weird year like that, but all of a sudden Reggie Bush was a big factor. Maybe LeSure has a good year. Maybe for some reason LeSure gets it up and has 1,000-yard rushing season, which would be incredible. That if something like that happened, then you would see kind of Stafford maybe regress in terms of yards, but not regress in play per se. And that's why I don't get into the numbers as much like that, because everybody around here was just praising, which he deserved the praise of getting to 5,000 yards, but I didn't think it was as big of a deal as many made it out to be when you had 4 other guys do that. You had Brady and Manning and Breeze. They were all...
Okay, what 3 names did you just name? Brady, Manning, and Breeze? Probably the 3 best quarterbacks
the last 15
years?
It shows the way the game is changing to that level. It's people...
I think it shows that Stafford put his name with Brady, Breeze, and Manning.
And you can... That's great, but the thing is you just gotta win the games, and you can rack up all these yards, and I would agree that many of even Calvin set that record last year, right? And that's great, but many of those yards are the empty yards where it's you're down by 2-3 scores, and the defense is prevent City, and Stafford hits Calvin over the middle for a 25-yard gain, and he turns it into like a 30-yarder, and the defense is willing to give that up. And that happened plenty of times last year when you lost 8 games in a row. So that's I don't like I said, I
don't think that's going to be the best year Calvin ever has.
It could be. He's a phenomenal guy, but I would say with Stafford, yes, all the pressure and focus is on him as it should be. He's a quarterback, but when you have a guy like Calvin Johnson, you can argue that it doesn't matter who he's throwing to. Your team with Calvin isn't always out of a game. Sean Hill was successful with him.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous. You're counteracting your own argument.
No, let's say all the pressure's on Stafford. All the focus should be on Stafford, but it definitely helps to have one of the, if not the best player in the game, and Calvin Johnson.
But they go as Stafford goes. They don't go as Calvin goes. They go as Stafford goes.
I would entirely agree with that. Absolutely.
Therefore,
but
Stafford is the key.
Stafford, I completely agree, and I'm going to say it. But part of Stafford's success hinges on.
But that's not what
Calvin Johnson.
But that's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Stafford being the key to the Lions' success.
Yes.
And if the Lions go to the playoff, it's going to be because Matt Stafford.
But for Matt Stafford to be successful,
but that's irrelevant.
I don't think it's definitely not irrelevant.
It's absolutely
irrelevant. If Calvin
irrelevant.
Johnson tears his knee in week 1, Stafford is not going to be successful.
I disagree.
I would be if I could argue that right now. If Calvin just breaks his leg week 1, I think.
But if Stafford
I don't think Stafford sniffs 5,000 yards.
If 5,000, that's only been done
I don't think there's any chance of that. But if you have a healthy Calvin Johnson, he definitely
I'm not
does.
saying that he would do that, but I'm saying even if Calvin got hurt, God forbid, that would be awful.
It would be.
But even if that happened and Stafford still performed, they'd go to the playoffs because it's about Stafford. It's not about Calvin. It's about Stafford.
But
I'm not saying that he would do it. I'm saying if he still did do it.
Any of Stafford's success goes hand in hand with
No,
Calvin
of
Johnson.
course I do. But
that's what I'm trying to say.
But I'm saying if Stafford got hurt, season over.
Okay.
If Calvin gets hurt, that's not necessarily the case. Because
Okay,
if Stafford shoulders it and goes with it and is still the key to the Lions' success, then they're still going to be successful.
I think there's some miscommunication here. I'm not saying that Stafford, his whole success hinges on that of Calvin, but I think part of it goes hand in hand with Calvin. I think you can completely argue that, but at the same time, which guy do you need more? You need Stafford more.
Exactly.
He's the quarterback, and this is a quarterback-driven league.
And that's not to say that Calvin isn't a top 10 player in the league, which is what we're about to talk about.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, so the NFL Network just released their list of
right here.
The top 100 players in the NFL, and we are not going to go through all 100, even though I know all of you would love to hear that. Mm-hmm. But Tim, give me the top 10 that they came up with.
Well, first of all, I was going to give you some notables from this show that we care about. I being a Steelers fan, and you being a Lions fan, obviously. At 91, one of my beloved childhood heroes, Troy Polamalu, checked in. Now, he was in the 60s the year before, but he talked about a guy who can't stay on the field. He dropped to 91, barely making the list. And he's a guy who I would definitely think is easily one of the top 100 players in the league, but can't stay healthy. The guy we were just talked ad nauseum about, Matt Stafford, checked in at 76. That's a number if he has another good year, could definitely go up. I think if we were looking at the list right after 2011, it's probably a lot higher. But 2012 was definitely not his best year. Then one of your favorites, Big Ben Roethlisberger, he checked in at number 61. So 15 places above Matt Stafford. They both obviously play the same position at quarterback. And is Stafford, does he have a better arm than Roethlisberger? I mean, we could, break it down, but Roethlisberger has won, and I think that's why he is where he is. He's a solid quarterback that, is one of the best in team history. So the top 10 by the NFL Network. This is I don't know who exactly votes on this. I don't know if it's the players.
It is the players.
It's the players, apparently. Number 1, the reigning MVP, Minnesota running back Adrian Peterson. I think that he's definitely a top 3 player. Just
give us the top 10, and then we'll do our list.
Okay, we're gonna. I would agree with him being in the top 3. I think you can kind of switch those guys around. That's cool.
Well, you can tell us now later. Give us the
number
top 10.
2 is a guy who I don't think should be at number 2. Is Peyton Manning.
We don't care what you think right now.
That's why people.
Okay, 1's Adrian Peterson, 2's Peyton Manning, 3 is Megatron, 4 is Tom Brady, 5 is J.J. Watt, 6 is Aaron Rodgers, 7 Aldon Smith of the 49ers, 8 is Arian Foster, 9's Von Miller, 10's Patrick Willis. That's all I needed from you. Now we are going to give you our top 10 lists, and I know that there's not going to be 100% agreement on these. So, Tim, give me your 10 through 7.
Oh, backwards.
Yeah.
I have 10. I have Von Miller.
Okay.
The linebacker from the Broncos. 9 is Larry Fitz, receiver from the Arizona Cardinals. Number 8 is Andre Johnson, receiver from the Houston Texans.
Oh, my goodness.
And then number 7 is Ray Rice, the running back from the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. All right. I'm going to have to write those down. My number 10 is Drew Brees. Number 9 is Von Miller. 8 is Ray Rice. So close. And then my number 7 is J.J. Watt.
Yeah, J.J. Watt didn't make my top 10. J.J. Watt is a guy who is number 5 on their list. I think it's an offensive...
Okay, so repeat yours one more time. 10
10
through
is
7.
Von Miller. 9 is Larry Fitzgerald. 8 is Andre Johnson. Number 7 is Ray Rice. The honorable mention that almost I could have put in, and I almost thought about taking Larry Fitzgerald out, put him in, is Patrick Willis. Big fan of Patrick Willis. But as you will see, Von Miller, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'm going to. Von Miller is the only defensive player to be in my top 10.
Okay, so you and he's number 10.
Yes.
All right, so mine one more time. Brees, Miller, Rice, Watt.
Yeah,
10 through 7.
Yeah, and so for me, I mean, Brees is number 6, just above Ray Rice.
Okay, so then give me 6, 5, 4, 3.
So Brees is number 6. Peyton Manning's number 5. Tom Brady is number 4. And then Calvin Johnson's number 3.
All right, and then I have Arian Foster 6, Tom Brady 5, Peyton Manning 4, Adrian Peterson 3. And then just give me your 2-1.
Number 2 is Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
And then number 1 is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so we agree on one thing. My number 3, did I say 3 yet? Yeah. 2 is Megatron, Calvin Johnson, and 1 is Aaron Rodgers. In my opinion, the number 1 player in the NFL has always been and will always be a quarterback.
Yeah, I would completely agree.
I think that's the most difficult position to play. And if you are the best at that position, then you're the number 1 player in the league. And I think that goes 10 times out of 10 every single year. That doesn't bother me. That's just how it is. After that, I think that you have to put either the best wide receiver or running back after that. Most years. Sometimes there's a number 2 quarterback that's like right there. Like maybe even a few years ago, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning are probably 1-2. Right. Just because they were both so good and right next to each other. But for me, most times I think if you're the best at something, then you have to be up there. So that's why I have Calvin number 2 and Adrian Peterson number 3, because I do think that the gap between the best receiver in Calvin Johnson and the second best second best wide receiver is bigger than the best running back, Adrian Peterson, and the second best running back, in my opinion, Arian Foster.
Yeah, and it's an interesting debate between. I completely agree with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's the best quarterback right now. I think Greg Jennings really owes him a lot for his big contract in Minnesota. He takes guys like Randall Cobb and make them fantastic. He's a guy, the definition of, and I was going to bring this up with Stafford in our earlier argument, is that when you're a quarterback, to be a great quarterback, to be one of those elite quarterbacks, not only do you have to put up the numbers, but you have to take the guys around you and make them better. That's what Peyton Manning made an entire career of. And same with Brady.
And same with Brees. And that's why we have all 4 of those guys in our top 10.
Brees makes guys like Marquise Colston a superstar.
Right.
Yeah, but for me, you talk about Calvin or Adrian Peterson. If this list was last year, I think I would have put Calvin number 2. But what Adrian Peterson did.
But last year, all Calvin did was set the single season receiving record, so he is 3.
No, and I know, and it's a tough area, and I understand that. What Adrian Peterson did last year, he won the MVP, and he did it on a, brand new knee, and the reason I gave him the nod, both of them Peterson he was like a couple of yards away from the single season
6.
right. So he almost got it, basically.
Right, Eric Dickerson.
Now, Calvin shattered Jerry Rice's record. But like I said before, some of those were like empty yards. And regardless. What Adrian Peterson did is he carried Minnesota Vikings to the playoffs. He is the reason the Minnesota Vikings were in the playoffs. Calvin Johnson did not carry his team to the playoffs. Now, you can go on about all of that and whether or not he even could carry a team to the playoffs. But Adrian Peterson was the number one reason that his team was in the playoffs in a division with who I think is number one, Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers, they win the division.
How about the fact that our top 3 players are playing the NFC North?
I didn't even think of that, and that's it's an interesting point.
And that could be a reason why the NFC North is one of the toughest divisions in football, in my opinion.
Yeah, I never really
because your top 3 players in the league, both according to us and your top 6 according to the NFL Network, play in the NFC North.
Yeah, it's interesting. Obviously Rodgers and Packers are one of the better teams in the league for sure, but Peterson and Calvin are some of the best players, but their teams aren't necessarily even some of the top 10 teams in the league.
No, but there's a threat to stop on each team in the league.
Threat. So that's what if I were arguing divisions, I would look at more overall teams.
Right, but I'm just saying that's an interesting point that you can point to in terms of arguing the NFC North. But I think that Calvin is more talented. I think the easiest way to put it is the gap between the first and second receiver is bigger than the gap between the first and second running back, and that's why I have Calvin 2 and Peterson 3.
Right, and this isn't if this is most athletic,
Right.
But that's why I just gave him the nod, just because of what he did, so impressive.
Right, and then the other differences between our lists, you have Brady ahead of Manning, I have the opposite.
Brady beat Manning, and I still will put him above him. I think
right, and I think Manning's the better quarterback. And then I just have 2 defensive players. You have 1. So not huge differences there, but I would encourage you guys to go and watch the top 100 players because I think it's pretty interesting stuff how they do it, and it's player rankings. So
and
that's
real quick. You can follow us on Twitter.
Yep.
At Austin Puckett, at Timothy_Pontzer. Go on Facebook, like our page. We're up to nearly 30 likes. I just checked it.
Yep.
So we're getting a lot of likes. We'll be posting more content on there from the YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel is completely updated. Our last show is up there, and every week before that.
Facebook links to that.
If we have audio of our last shows, you have them. So go listen to those on our YouTube channel, and we will see you next week here on Sports Talk with Puckett and Pontzer on 88.3 WXOU.